Be more than human.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is J.R. Carroll. I am the author of the More Than Human novels. Today we are going to talk about finishing a series. And what does that entail? How should you end a series? Is there a correct way to end a series? So that's what we're going to talk about here in this video. But seeing as how November is my birthday month, November 28th is my birthday, my wife is one of those people who has to try and get her birthday present early if you have it somewhere. And she's also a person who's really excited to give you a present if she has it, so she can't wait. So yeah, like 2-3 weeks early, I got my present. But I just wanted to show you guys, especially for all my history buffs out there, I wonder if it'll show up. But she got me an Alexander the Great silver coin.
Hell yes.
And a real one from 300 BC. Yeah, and she won't let me know how much she spent on it. So, but it is super cool, and it will be going up on my book/nerd collection. But let's get into the video here. I have recently finished a handful of series. I finished the Cradle series. I finished the Sandman Slim series, and a few other trilogies here and there. But this got really brought up because, as you all, if you've watched any of my videos, you know I'm a huge Dresden Files fan. And we often go back and forth. I mean, there's been 17 plus books now. And we go back and forth on how is the series going to end. Is Harry going to die?
He's dead, Jim.
And that has brought up a larger question, and I've seen some people in some of my videos ask the same question or make a statement, about how a series is supposed to end, especially when you have one main character. And a lot of things come down to, well, how can you end a series if the main character's not dead? And it's a long series, right? People will be like, well, then you're not, is it that you're not actually ending the series because you can come back to it at any time? Is that an ending? Can you call it an ending if you can just come back to it any time because the main character is still just there, just doing his thing? The author just decided to close the book and tell you he's not coming back?
That's just lazy writing.
Because we have seen, and I have recently seen, a great series, a long series, and I'm not going to say which one because I don't want to miss with, if you guys are into this series, but a series was supposed to have ended, and the main character still alive, his sidekick still alive. There were some crazy things that happened, right? But fairly okay ending for the main character. And less than a year later, we hear rumblings of, well, he's just going to continue the series now. Or he's going to continue their story. Maybe it won't be under the same series name. And people got mad. They're like, well, this is what happens when you... I've heard people say this. This is what happens when you leave the main character alive. And I thought to myself, I've read a few series this year who had a happy ending for the character. It was a great ending, for them. I was just like, wow. And my thought is, I started hearing some people say, well, that ending wasn't... It was too neat of an ending. I've also heard that. And to me, it's like sometimes it's okay for the author to just give you what you want. Like, like the vast majority of people just give that person a good ending. They've had a rough go of it. Just give that main character a good ending. Let him or her have a good ending. And then some people just don't like that. And I'm just thinking to myself, is there something wrong with a happy ending?
If you think this has a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention.
Or is there something wrong with a nice ending for the main characters? And myself as an author, I think about this as well. My world of books are a little bit different, just because I'm kind of taking a comic book aspect to my world, where I'm opening up different things here and there, and not everything is just going to be a nice ending for everything, because I could use that character in another book down the line. Maybe that story's over for them. Maybe their main arc is over, but I can use them somewhere else. So it's like, mine's a little bit different. But let me know, I would like to know, what do you guys think? For me personally, I think it's okay to have a nice ending for the character. I would say I would like to see a more finite ending to a long series somehow. It does to me feel like sometimes it would be like a little bit of a cop out if there is no finale to it. It's just like, oh, we finally beat the big bad guy, and now such and such gets to just sit down and look off into the sunset, and that's the end of the book, and that's the end of the series. And like that, I'm like, I just don't know how I would feel. And I guess it all depends on the book and the author and the writing of it. But let me know what you guys think. I want to hear you guys in the comments. Again, if you made it this far, make sure you're liking and subscribing and doing all that good stuff, because that gets this video out to more people, so we can get more interaction in the community and in the comments. And check out my Patreon if you want to support the channel as well as my writing. And remember, be more than human.